Today we have big news for you. The location of the new training center for the Space Force has been officially announced and established. Are you ready? Let's get started. The Space Force was established by the United States in 2019 and introduced as a military branch tasked with managing space operations. This new training center is designed to educate future astronauts and space operations specialists. This initiative aims to establish superiority in space and adapt to next-generation technologies. The new training center will be located at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. This location has historically played a significant role in the United States space activities. Cape Canaveral has hosted many important missions, such as NASA's Apollo and Space Shuttle programs. Over 800 successful launches have taken place in this area to date. The strategic location of the training center provides an excellent preparation environment for future space missions. Training program and technological facilities. The training center will be equipped with state-of-the-art simulators, virtual reality, VR systems, and AI-assisted training tools. Simulators will enhance students' abilities to operate spacecraft and handle emergency situations they may encounter in space. VR systems will allow astronauts to practice moving in low-gravity environments like the International Space Station, ISS. AI-assisted systems will create personalized training programs and provide real-time feedback to students. For example, analyzing a candidate astronaut's biometric data will provide insights into their stress management and decision-making abilities. This will enable the creation of a more effective training process, from missions in Earth's orbit to those on the Moon and Mars. Astronaut candidates, equipped. You heard it right. The training headquarters of the Space Force has been officially confirmed on the renowned Space Coast in Florida. It took a whole year to make this decision, but it was worth the wait. The Space Coast will now be the new home of STARCOM, the training center of the Space Force. The official confirmation of the Space Coast marks a significant milestone for the United States' space exploration and defense strategies. This unique region of Florida has been hosting many important space missions for years and has played a critical role in the development of space technology. The selection of the Space Coast for STARCOM's training center underscores the strategic importance the region holds for the space industry once again. With STARCOM relocating to the Space Coast, economic and technological revitalization is expected in the region. Equipped with modern training facilities and state-of-the-art training tools, this training center will provide astronaut candidates and space operations specialists with the opportunity to simulate various scenarios they may encounter in space and gain practical experience. STARCOM's training program will be managed by a team of experts specialized in space exploration, space sciences, and strategic defense matters. These programs will ensure the highest level of training for personnel involved in space operations. Additionally, STARCOM's research and development activities will contribute to the continuous improvement and development of space technologies. With STARCOM operational on the Space Coast, the United States' leadership in space will be further solidified. This training center will support the country's space efforts by providing personnel best prepared to participate in both national and international space operations. The success of STARCOM on the Space Coast heralds the beginning of a new era in space exploration. In May 2023, both former Air Force facilities, Patrick Space Force Base and Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, were identified as potential homes for STARCOM. This selection was part of the process to identify strategically suitable facilities for managing and training space operations. Patrick Space Force Base stood out as a facility with a long history and experience in serving space operations. Cape Canaveral Space Force Station was preferred due to its ideal infrastructure for space launches and operations. These two facilities had the capacity to best meet the operational needs of the Space Force. The official selection of STARCOM as one of these facilities marked an exciting milestone for the future of space operations. However, the decision-making process took over a year and considered many factors such as infrastructure, geographical location, operational capabilities, and strategic importance. Eventually, choosing Patrick Space Force Base and Cape Canaveral Space Force Station as the home for STARCOM laid a solid foundation for the future of space operations. So, what is STARCOM? Standing for Space Training and Readiness Command, STARCOM is one of the three field command units of the Space Force. This command is responsible for planning, executing, and managing space operations. It also oversees the training and preparation of astronauts and space operations specialists. Similar to other commands in the Air Force, STARCOM ensures the effective execution of space operations for the Space Force. With STARCOM relocating to Patrick Space Force Base and Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, the process of restructuring and modernizing these facilities will commence. The restructuring efforts will be planned and implemented to meet the requirements of space operations. Additionally, STARCOM personnel will initiate training and preparation activities in the new facilities to develop the knowledge and skills required for space operations. These developments will enhance the Space Force's ability to manage space operations more effectively and participate in future space missions more preparedly. With STARCOM's relocation to Patrick Space Force Base and Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, the United States' leadership in space will be further strengthened, ushering in a new era of space exploration. In Senator Rubio's statement on May 21st, he said, "Great news for Florida. Patrick Space Force Base has received the final approval to become the permanent headquarters of STARCOM, strengthening Florida's growing leadership in space. This is a significant step that will further solidify Florida's role in space." Senator Rubio's statement underscores the importance of Florida in the space industry once again. Florida, home to critical facilities like the Kennedy Space Center and Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, is at the forefront of space exploration and operations. With Patrick Space Force Base becoming the permanent headquarters of STARCOM, it will further enhance this vital role and establish Florida as an international space hub. Patrick Space Force Base stands out as a facility with a rich history. Serving as the starting point for America's first manned space flights, it holds significant historical significance. Additionally, its favorable geographical location for space research and operations has made it a preferred choice by international space agencies and private space companies. With STARCOM relocating here, the base is expected to be modernized to meet the needs of space operations. This restructuring will lead to a significant increase in economic activity in the region, further strengthening Florida's leadership in the space industry. STARCOM's move to Patrick Space Force Base will create more job opportunities in the area, contributing positively to the local economy and providing new opportunities for the local population. Furthermore, with the base's modernization and the arrival of STARCOM, technological and scientific infrastructure in the region is expected to develop. STARCOM's move to Patrick Space Force Base will increase national and international interest in space research and operations in the region. Florida's potential for growth and development in the space industry will further solidify its position as a national and international hub for space activities. This significant step will strengthen Florida's role in space research and operations and establish the region as a key player in the space industry. STARCOM, like several small groups known as Deltas, is structured similarly to Air Force wings. One of these groups, Space Delta 10, Doctrine and Wargaming, will be relocated to Brevard County in 2023. The relocation of Space Delta 10 to Brevard County will significantly contribute to the studies on space technologies and strategies in the region. This Delta, specializing in space warfare and strategies, will simulate various scenarios in space and develop strategic plans. These efforts are crucial for the development and implementation of national defense strategies. With the move of Space Delta 10 to Brevard County, it will also contribute to the growth of the space industry and defense sector in the region. This Delta will develop innovative solutions to address various threats in space and play a crucial role in ensuring national security. Additionally, the relocation of Space Delta 10 to Brevard County is expected to stimulate economic activity in the region. By enhancing local workforce and expertise, this Delta will bring new job opportunities and investments to the area. Thus, it will further solidify Brevard County's leadership in the space industry and become a significant center for the development of space defense technologies nationally and internationally. With the relocation of Space Delta 10 to Brevard County, interest and investments in space research and operations in the region will increase, strengthening Florida's leadership in the space industry. This will further solidify the region's role in space exploration and contribute significantly to the development of national defense strategies. STARCOM will not only focus on education but also pioneer in developing strategic thinking and war games in space. The role STARCOM will play in preparing for the Space Force's future missions will be of vital importance. In this context, STARCOM's capabilities in strategic thinking and war games development will play a critical role in enhancing the Space Force's operational effectiveness. The ability to simulate and analyze various scenarios that could occur in space will provide military leaders with better preparation for future space operations. STARCOM's efforts in this field will enable the development of effective defense strategies against strategic threats in space and enhance the Space Force's operational capacity. Additionally, STARCOM's leadership in developing strategic thinking and war games in space will strengthen international cooperation and coordination, contributing significantly to the preservation of peace and security in space. The future missions of the Space Force will depend on its ability to cope with increasing competition and threats in space. Therefore, STARCOM's pioneering role in developing strategic thinking and war games in space is crucial for enhancing the Space Force's operational readiness. Solidified. The relocation of STARCOM to Florida underscores the region's importance. Relocation, job opportunities, and economic activities in the region will increase, positively contributing to Florida's economy. This significant step towards becoming the hub of the space industry in Florida will further strengthen the region's leadership in space research and operations and contribute significantly to the success of national space programs. Therefore, STARCOM's relocation to Florida is considered a significant development that supports the growth of the region's space industry. We're truly excited to see what STARCOM will accomplish in the future. With new technologies, strategies, and training programs, we're entering a whole new era in space. This new move by the Space Force will be revolutionary in space research and defense. STARCOM's future activities will focus on finding solutions to the complex challenges encountered in space and effectively managing space operations. This will involve a strategic approach aimed at being prepared for space security threats and strengthening national defense. With the development of new technologies and strategies, STARCOM's activities in space will become more efficient and effective, playing a significant role in the success of space operations. As a pioneer in developing strategic thinking and war games in space, STARCOM will simulate various scenarios in space to ensure preparedness for any threat that may arise. Additionally, STARCOM's training programs will enhance the skills of personnel and astronauts in space operations, enabling them to be more successful. These training programs will help acquire the knowledge and skills necessary for making new discoveries in space and advancing space research. This new move will be revolutionary in space research and defense, further strengthening America's space capabilities. Under STARCOM's leadership, the Space Force's presence in space will be reinforced, and efforts for national security will be more effective. Therefore, the future activities of STARCOM are of great importance and could be a significant milestone in space research and defense. This new move by the Space Force will solidify America's leadership in space and play an effective role in managing space operations internationally. We will continue to follow these major developments on the Space Coast. We can't wait to see what the future holds for STARCOM, the training center of the Space Force. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest news and exciting content on space. Until the next video, goodbye. These developments reflect exciting progress in space exploration and research. STARCOM's new center in Florida will contribute to the more efficient management of manned and unmanned missions in space and enhance the Space Force's operational capacity. Such significant developments on the Space Coast should be seen as a sign of growth and innovation in the space industry. In the future, we will witness many more exciting developments in the exploration and utilization of space, playing a crucial role in humanity's efforts to understand and explore the universe.